Africa Collect Textiles is a social impact enterprise whereby we collect used textiles and footwear basically for reuse and recycling. So Kenya alone imports more than 200 million kilograms of post-consumer textile from Europe, and these the second-hand clothing. So that's massive, and therefore it becomes an inspiration and why we want to collect this item back. And that's why I call the linear process, how clothes travel from the global north and it end up to Africa.
The problem that we are solving is fashion waste in general. The fashion industry results in huge amounts of waste, and mainly in African countries that is very visible because there is hardly any infrastructure to process this waste. Mitumba doesn't have to come from abroad. This has been a bit of a glitch in history, that there are so many people wearing second-hand clothes from abroad, and this is a system also a lot of people are dependent on, and a system that exists, and this is part of the problem. So while Kenya is importing a lot of mitumba, a lot of clothes are basically hanging idle at the same time. And this is not good, because a lot of funds are leaving Kenya to buy mitumba from abroad. But if there is a local mitumba loop, a local mitumba system, the funds remain inside the country, which is much better for the economy.
I think these are challenges of awareness. A lot of people do not understand why we are doing this, and why people need to declutter, for example, their textiles. So much information has not reached a lot of people. Yeah, so people need to understand why are we putting these bins outside there? Why are we requesting people to drop off their items to us? Why should they not mix their, for example, textile with other organic waste to end up, for example, in Dandora? So it becomes a matter of key question of a consumer's knowledge and understanding of recycling and the element of circular economy. So that awareness element needs to reach millions of Kenyans.
One of our goals is to reduce the importation of mitumba. And secondly, we are creating a circular system for textiles in general, and we are not a waste processing company that is processing the waste of the world. We are a company that is collecting used textiles and textile waste and making sure that they can be upcycled or recycled. And the more we understand about what we collect, so the more we know whether it is cotton or polyester and cotton or acrylic or silk, the more we know about these materials, the better it is, the easier it becomes to recycle these materials. So Kenya is actually, or East Africa as a region, is a very interesting region compared to many other regions in the world, because you are having all the steps of making and growing a garment. There is cotton production close by, there are mills, there is a yarn production, there is weavers, there are fashion brands, very nice ones, there are loads of consumers, all in one region. If you compare that, for example, with most European countries, clothes are made in China, they are used in Europe, and then they are sent as a second-hand or waste to Eastern Europe or to the Middle East or to Africa. So a lot of countries, they don't control those steps. But Kenya is a very unique country in that sense, because all the steps are available. So if there is anywhere in the world a closed loop possible for textiles, Kenya is a very good contestant.